you know, Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance has just stepped off of Trump Force plane literally a minute ago. And right now, if you can see in the crowd here, he is now giving his remarks off to Wilmington voters out here. His main topic he's really going to try to talk about tonight is encouraging those eligible voters to really go out and vote. You know, we're only 19 days away until election, and North Carolina plays a very pivotal role into the presidential election.
Our governors recently went on strike asking for higher wages and protection against automation.
And the engineering is dedicating 5% of these homes to affordable housing. That's about 90 homes, give or take. This is Keelin Berrian with WWAY, and right now I am on Wooster Street where we are having a big protest right now. A lot of people out in Wilmington, all around, came out to protest President Donald Trump and the things he's have done so far while being in office. Is the city broke?
We're not broke, but we could be a lot healthier.
People are not going to take this tax hike lightly. You know, they still want to see roads repaired and dams rebuilt. What do you have to say about that?
At 19 cents on the $100 valuation, you're going to get this level of service.
Fires from as far as Carolina Forest in South Carolina to Brunswick County and also in Columbus County. We can't get too far back there because of police tape, but we did speak with one witness who wanted to remain anonymous, and he says that one woman was able to escape the home, but a man got stuck inside and died in the fire. There's still a lot of damaged furniture out on the side of the road here in Carolina. While we're on the topic of democracy, protesters hit the downtown Wilmington area to voice their concerns for equal rights protection yesterday. Why did it take something as extreme as 10 black people getting killed to kind of really jumpstart this initiative?
Well, we've been working on it before then. That's how TOPS got here. But one store isn't enough.
You're black, you're Republican, and you're gay. You're a unicorn, man. How did you gain the trust for everybody? How did you gain everyone's support?
I think that I've never defined myself by my differences.
Showed my ID when I checked in. They checked it. Them dress matched everything. They told me I was good to go. So why should my vote be pulled out?
Swinging to her front porch chair in frustration is New Hanover County voter Karen Hodgen. Were you surprised to see your name on the list?
I was, because I have been voting since I was 18 and no one's ever questioned my vote before.
Karen found out she was one of thousands of voters in North Carolina whose ballot is being called out to be thrown out by Republican Supreme Court candidate Jefferson Griffin.
A friend of mine posted the access to the list on Facebook, and that's how I found out. And I was just curious. I just looked, and there my name was.
And here's what's happening. In the 2024 North Carolina Supreme Court race, Democratic Allison Riggs is leading Griffin by more than 700 votes. Well, Griffin is asking the state's highest court to throw out more than 60,000 ballots in a filing, alleging the ballot should not have been counted for various reasons, including claims that certain votes were from people who weren't properly registered to vote.
It's corrupt, it's dishonest, and it's being a sore loser. He lost the race. It's been confirmed multiple times.
Chair of the Brunswick County Democratic Party, Shelley Allen, says Griffin is challenging mail-in and overseas ballots.
He's cherry-picking his voters, and that's not the way democracy works.
Now Allen and other Democratic parties are now sending this list, created by an Apex Council member to North Carolinians, which shows if your ballot is being disenfranchised. A list Karen is still wondering how she got on.
And if everyone's going to question their vote, they're not going to vote anymore because they're...
The county had told her that a Star News was published in Pender County, which it is not.
If you thought things were starting to die down, it's actually heating up. Let's rewind back to a meeting from earlier. Pender County Board of Commissioners voted 3-2 to stop publishing legal notices in the Pender Topsail Post and Voice, an agency that's been the county's newspaper for decades. Fast forward until Monday, residents are still upset about this decision.
I think you need to revisit the newspaper issue, and if you can actually give a real legitimate reason why it's fiscally sound and totally legal, I'll accept that.
Now the board wants to use the Wilmington Star News.
This isn't anything against the Star News. I don't bash other newspapers, but they're not qualified by state statute to be the paper of record here in Pender County.
In my conversation with the paper's editor and publisher, Andy Pettigrew, he explains to me how the county is justifying their actions.
Commissioners claimed that they had spoken with the UNC School of Government, and that the UNC School of Government had told them that it was okay for them to choose anyone they wanted. And when I heard that, that was such a grievous mistake that I couldn't believe that the UNC School of Government would have actually said that.
Pettigrew says the board is using General Statute 1-597. It lists requirements allowing legal ads to be published through different outlets, which includes having a general circulation in the area where the ad comes from.
She was told the wrong information from the county, because we're the only paper in the county that's published here.
We reached out to the School of Government for ourselves, and Assistant Professor of Public Law Christina Wilson says to me, I was speaking under my incorrect understanding that Star News is submitted to the mail in Pender County as required by statute. Mr. Pettigrew informed me that Star News is not submitted to the mail in Pender County. On that information, I do not think that Star News will meet the requirements in General Statute 1-597. We didn't want it to be one-sided, so we asked Commissioner Groves for comment. He told us off camera our newsroom gave misinformation on the controversy, so we tried getting clarity, but he cleared out. Is there anything specific that we got wrong or anything?
I don't understand how a developer from Charlotte can come here and change the character of our town.
It's the moment all 250 residents in this room have been waiting for.
Do you feel like all of the questions that everyone had tonight was answered?
No.
Residents from the Castlehane community finally got the chance to ask developers, corporate builders, anything they wanted pertaining to plans of Sledge Forest, which is set to bring 4,000 homes onto 1,000 acres of land. Folks brought out their pen and paper and social media lives to record their occasion. Resident Carrie Bogart feels there's still more to be said.
It was sort of like, we'll get back to you on that. Yes, that's under consideration. Yes, it's real important that you hear from us.
And others feel the same. So much so, things got a little heated.
You're gonna ruin it. You don't give a none of y'all do. All y'all's punks.
A few concerns come to mind for these residents are quality of life aspects, including impacts on the groundwater from previous chemical dumping by GE and higher traffic concerns.
The DOT requires that you evaluate traffic conditions, and they require that you pump private dollars into significant improvements to those public roads. And so we don't know what the DOT will require us to do yet.
Another concern, tax dollars. Residents worry the projected thousands to come will overwhelm schools and hospitals even more and force them to expand, which costs for expansion would come from taxpayers.
It's the wrong match for Castlehane, and I think that came through loud and clear.
However, developers believe the new homes will bring more retirees rather than new families. At Belleville Elementary School.
Let's go into the lunchroom first. You can see how crowded it is in there. That's one of the areas that we really feel the overcrowding.
Allison Dixon isn't only on the principal duties, she's also on crowd control.
Lunch times,
because
we have to feed close to 822 students, give or take, every day.
Really? Over the past year, Brunswick County is seeing an influx of families with their children needing somewhere to go to school. It's just that schools like Belleville Elementary are becoming a little bit overcrowded.
We have to bring in more tables to fit everybody in. And then we also have a small cafeteria over here. So the cafeteria.
So we asked Principal Dixon to show us, to get a look for ourselves.
We have our state legislation that protects the number of students that are allowed to be in their class. But when you get up to 4th and 5th grade, there's no legislation.
Dixon says kindergarten is allowed to have up to 21 students.
Thought I'd show him the 5th grade trailers out here.
But when we visited a 5th grade class,
the largest group is 30. 30, okay.
It's unfortunate because Dixon says some of her staff will have to lose their office or shared spaces for more kindergarten classes. But the Brunswick County School District is working to buy land to build another elementary school.
A new elementary school would just be a sigh, just a relief. I don't think our students are negatively impacted, but I wouldn't say that it wouldn't hurt. Of course, a new school would help alleviate some of the crowdedness.
But until that happens, Dixon's teachers
now we have the number.
are doing the best they can.
Our teachers are rock stars here at Belleville. They do an outstanding job of going above and beyond for our students, no matter how many students are in their classroom, whether it's 5 or whether it's 30.